What's going on, guys? Ace Approve here, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. So, you're trying to build credit. Um, so I'm gonna say what you should do to build credit is get a credit card. There's various ways that you can do it. If you are with a local bank or credit union, you can ask to see if you pre-qualify or qualify for a credit card. They're gonna run your credit and see what you're eligible for. I preferably would like a credit union because they're more friendly. They are more willing to get you in the right steps to your financial and credit journey. You can also do Capital One and do a secure credit card. This is what I did. I went through Capital One and I got a secure credit card. I think mine was like $500. You can see if you're pre-approved. No harm to your credit. I believe it's just a soft pull. It doesn't affect your credit. You might have to put some money down. I know I did, but you want to make sure. In my opinion, you don't. You want to make sure no annual fees. No annual fee unless you want to pay a fee and the benefits of that credit card fits your financial needs. Then do it. But me personally, I would not do an annual fee. An annual fee is just basically a fee that you pay every year to keep that credit card active. A tip that I will say, so if you have let's say that your credit card is $500. You want to try to not spend 30% of that $500. So what that means is that you probably don't want to go over 150. That would be 30%. It's okay to go a half, so like if you spent like 250 out of the 500, you'll be okay. Anything above that, it'll start kind of dinging your credit, but as you pay it off, your credit will boost. But if you keep it in that 30% mark, so like 150 out of the $500 that you're allowed on your credit card, or whatever amount, whatever the 30% of your amount is, I'm just giving the 500 as an example. That will give you credit. It'll show history, positive history, that you're using your credit line and paying it back. So you can spend this credit card on anything like groceries, gas, etc. Just stuff that you normally would just buy on or pay out in cash. Just use your credit card and then just pay it off. I mean, it's not hard or anything. So I would definitely start with a credit card. So, but I know what a lot of people are in a situation of, well, I already have credit, but now I'm looking for a vehicle. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's say you are looking for a car and you're like, oh wow, I really like this car. Oh, it's 13,995. So there's two ways that you can approach this. Okay, obviously you can pay cash. So there's three ways. Obviously you can pay cash, and then the other two ways is financing. Okay, you could finance through the dealership, or you could finance through a credit union or a bank. Me personally, I would go with a credit union. A credit union is going to give you a better rate than the bank. In most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, um, they usually have lower rates. They also will go over your terms, tell you more if this is something that you should be able to afford, whatever salary you make. So, for example, this is 13,995. Let's say you want to finance. So let's just say, for example, let's just say out the door, like we're just a rough estimate, okay? You find out that the price out the door is 16 grand, okay? 16 grand out the door. They're going to work with you. They're giving you 16 grand out the door. Okay. You can get this car for 16 grand, okay? What you want to do is find a loan calculator or go on your bank or credit union website to find a loan calculator. Before anything, you want to see what rate you are approved at. Most times on their sites, on credit unions and bank sites, they'll actually show like what their current rates, like what the lowest rate possible is. So, for example, like we said, the price, they said they would do 16 out the door. Okay. And let's say, so my credit union right now, their rate is going like 7 point, like I'm gonna just say 7.5%. Okay. That's the interest rate. Interest rate, lower the rate, the better. And I'm gonna show you. So let's say I got approved for the lowest rate, 7.5%. Okay. There was no incentives. We're not putting down a down payment. No trade-in value. No. We're gonna put Michigan because that's where I'm at. Our sales tax here is 6%. We'll just zero that out because we'll just say that was just the out the door price. Obviously, if they gave you a separate amount for the title, registration, other fees, you'll put it here if they didn't give you like the out the door price. But if they gave you like the out the door price, like the final price, just put it in the auto price. And then we're going to calculate. Your monthly payment right here is going to be $320.61. Now, if they tell you can do different terms, so like 60 months is 5 years. So then if we want to do 6 years, you're looking at $276. So the longer the term, the cheaper the price, but you're going to be paying more in interest because it's getting longer. But usually when you increase the term, the interest rate usually increases. So let's say that this jumps to 8.0. So now, 280. So obviously, as you see, the interest rate can have an effect in your monthly payment. Now you're probably like, 280, that's not bad, but you're paying 280 for a total of 72 months. And you're only paying, it's a $16,000 car, but if you look at the end, you end up paying over 21,000 for a 16,000 car. You're basically paying like $5,000 over of what you're paying. So you want to pay this off as fast as possible. You want to put down more money. So if you can put down 500, put down 500. You want to pay that off quicker. Now, there are other companies out there like Credit Acceptance that they'll approve you for like 25%. Now, if this happens to you, don't do this. This is crazy. Look how much more this is what you're basically paying. This is what you're paying versus that. You're not paying $16,000 now. You're paying $31,000 on a car that has 73,000 miles. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Get a better rate. This is crazy. 25%, hell, even 10% is even a lot. But it's doable.